Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to another edition of Skyline Conference Volleyball tonight on mybasin.com. This evening, inside the Hornets' nest at Henley High School, as these Hornets get ready to take on their crosstown rival, Mazama Vikings. So glad to be with you on this fine evening. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined by Matt Bowling tonight, and a lot on the line for Henley tonight, a chance at a Skyline Conference title, or at least a share of it for Mazama, still trying to hold on to that last playoff spot out of the Skyline Conference, and a chance for Henley to maybe give Mazama a league sweep for the first time in a couple seasons.
Absolutely. Mazama already at this point out of the Skyline Conference title race, so for the first time since 2020, they will not have even a share of the league title. They won it outright last year, shared it with Henley the year before that, and then won it outright again the year before that. But currently 2-3 in the league. Henley 6-0. Klamath Union, the only team left that could even share the title with Henley. They are currently 4-1.
We know that Klamath Union is in action tonight. They'll be playing Phoenix. That game starts same time as ours does in the next few minutes. We'll keep you updated on that score this evening as Henley, again, plays for a share, or if Klamath Union falls in that game, an outright clinching of the Skyline Conference. A lot on the line tonight, and we are getting ready for it. Starting lineups just around the corner, and we'll be ready for the beginning of this volleyball matchup here on mybasin.com. It's all coming at
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none.
We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
And we welcome you back to mybasin.com for our coverage of Skyline Conference Volleyball tonight. The Hornets getting ready to take on the Mazama Vikings in just a few minutes. As we take a look at these teams, you know, Matt, we've talked about this Henley squad quite a bit. They've come in, they're undefeated right now. They've got Kalia Cage. She's been a star for the last couple of seasons, and all-conference player last year. Good defense from players like Jenna Melsness, but we still find ourselves talking about this freshman, Michaela Schroeder, who, coming into this game, leads her team in kills. I was surprised to see that stat when preparing for this game tonight.
Yeah, 219 kills. Kalia Cage in second with 170. When you lead your team in kills as a freshman, that usually means you're pretty good.
No
and
doubt.
Michaela Schroeder is no doubt very good. You'll see her, I mean, if you look at her out there, I think you can't see her now, but when you see her on the front line, you'll notice a couple things. One, she's the tallest player on the court.
Yeah.
That usually helps. Number two, she just plays with so much fearlessness. We saw her in the first game. She was hitting right at Mazama's all-state player, Callie Bitzer. Just zero fear whatsoever. Only freshman on the court, but she looked absolutely like she belonged.
Number 13 in the goal, you'll see her in a few minutes. You mentioned Callie Bitzer. She's the team leader for Mazama in kills, 227, returning all-state athlete there. You're going to see a lot from her, as well as Callie Newsom from Mazama as well. We'll talk more about these teams as we move throughout this evening's broadcast and highlight as many of these players as we can. Looks like we're about ready to meet starting lineups in just a few seconds, as well as hear our national anthem. So we'll step aside one last time before this contest begins. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none.
We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Number 11, Sydney Baker. Sophomore, number 12,
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you for Skyline Conference Volleyball this evening at Henley High School. Our public address announcer Bob Chambros introducing the lineups for both teams. And you're inside kind of a new look Henley gym with the new bleachers that have graced the floor, bit back up off the floor a little bit. But Matt, you and I were talking a little bit about this during the pregame or before our game. Glad those student sections are still on the floor, kind of in that goal line area. And tonight looks like they're in neon night. I think much like they did at Mazama, they're going to provide a good atmosphere tonight.
No doubt about it.
Sophomore, number 7,
having them, having them right behind the court there gives them a lot of opportunity to make their presence felt, unlike Mazama when they're up there on the second level.
Yeah, in this case, they'll be right behind the Mazama side of the floor for the entire evening. And again, introducing the lineups here for Henley. We'll talk a little bit about this Mazama tonight in their black tops and their blue shorts. Henley in their gold tops and navy blue shorts. And our officials tonight, the Klamath County Volleyball Officials Association, they're always looking for new recruits as well. You can visit osaa.org/officials if officiating volleyball or any other sports is something you may be interested in.
Angel and Patty Card on the lines are Debbie Burton and Amber Young on the lines.
Henley comes into tonight having won 8 consecutive games. Their last loss coming over a month ago on September 14th. It was a tournament in Sisters where they lost to Sanium Christian, one of the top 3A programs. Since then, it started on September 17th. Henley has been all wins. That's their last 8 contests, including the Rogue Valley Classic where they beat Hidden Valley and Eagle Point to go along with their 6 league wins so far this season. For Mazama, winners of 2 of their last 3, including a couple in Pleasant Hill for the tournament up there, defeating Lakeview and losing to Cottage Grove to begin the month. But they beat Phoenix on Thursday 3-1 to claim their 2nd league win.
Yeah, as we said, Mazama currently 9-7 overall, 2-3 in league play. Certainly not where they thought they would be at this point in the season. Not where we thought they would be.
Certainly not.
Three-time defending Skyline Conference champions, coming off back-to-back state semifinal appearances. They've just had a rough go of it.
They were swept by this Henley team on their own floor earlier in the season. They dropped a 5-set match with Klamath Union on their floor to follow that as well. Now, back half of their league slate filled with a lot of road games, and maybe none tougher than inside the Hornets' nest, and we are underway. Mazama began with the serve. Henley's turn to respond. It's Addie Byington.
From the back row, Jenna Millsness.
Was in on that touch for Mazama to the point where ultimately go to Henley. And for this Mazama team,
Lainey Henley at the service line.
Byington, one of the seniors, along with Christine Monk, London O'Brien for Mazama. There's Cage up front for Henley. Tried to set it up again, but a nice job up front by Newsome for Mazama. Finally, the Hornets able to get it over. Bitzer trying to knock it down. There was 13. Michaela Schroeder for the Hornets. Talked about her during the pregame. Newsome tries for the kill, but there to hold still is Jenna Melsness, one of the Hornets' best defenders. Opportunity, and out of bounds it goes. Last touched by the Vikings. I believe that was off of Slazak in the back there. The score 2-0 in favor of Henley. Set up again for Schroeder. Tried to go with the soft touch, but Mazama there to respond. But in fact, the point will go to Henley. I think Mazama might have reached over the top of the net to award the Hornets that point, now up 3-0. To serve for Henley, it's Lainey Hadley. Junior gets it over. There's a setup for Bitzer, and she'll earn the point. Last touch by Cage as it rolled out. The Vikings earn the serve back, and to do it will be Callie Newsome.
Callie Newsome serving.
Newsome serves at an 87.5% clip, but that time hits it too hard. Point goes to the Hornets, back up by 3. Substitution in for Henley as well. Haley Paulson will come in to serve. To the bench goes Kalia Kidd. And here's Lee with the serve.
Ace. Miley Lee.
Miley Lee continue to hold serve for the Hornets after Melsness participates in the point. Set up for Schroeder. A nice effort to save that one. Coming in was Irish. The Vikings get it back over. And that was hit inbounds. That was Dubose, the sophomore, snuck it in front of the Mazama bench and gives the Hornets their 6th point in our opening set.
Well played by the Hornets on that point.
Serve again from Lee. And was set up nicely for Byington, but too much behind it. Out of bounds it goes, and the 7th point to Henley. Serve over, Bitzer defends, and she touches it over. Nice defense up front by Mazama's number 5, Byington. Byington's the one to hit it over as well. That one nicely played there by Haley Paulson.
Haley Paulson in the campfire.
Timeout called on the floor. We'll take it to Henley up 8-1 in our opening set. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back with you for Skyline Conference Volleyball action on mybasin.com. Still in our first match, and 8-1 the score. Henley in front, so we're just getting things going.
Haley Paulson with a really nice play to score that last point. She faked the set and just tipped it over the net. Nobody on Mazama was ready for it.
Bitzer tried to replicate it, but Schroeder was ready for it. Mazama winds up double hitting, and the Hornets earn the point.
Hornets now on a 6-0 run.
Continue to hold serve is Miley Lee. Able to make it over. There was Byington to hit it over for the Vikings. Set up for Schroeder, but just comes up a bit short on the soft touch. The Vikings earn the point, and they'll hold serve with Callie Bitzer to do the honors.
Callie Bitzer at the service line.
Well, here's who you want serving if you want to try to get some momentum going.
Leads her team in serving percentage at 90. Makes that one over. Set up nicely for Dubose, but a nice response by the Vikings. Bitzer hits it into the ceiling and comes back down on the side of Mazama. Sometimes all it is bad luck, and the Vikings getting the brunt end as Henley earned their 10th point. Abigail Dubose to serve for Henley and does so successfully, and the Vikings can't respond, and the Hornets got their 11th.
Abigail Dubose.
Dubose once again, here it comes. Again, hit into the rafters. Those are so hard to contend with. And again, Henley gets the point.
Yeah, unlike at some of the other gyms here in the conference, the rafters at Henley are pretty low.
We've also got that kind of, for the purpose of sound, the styrofoam that hangs and drapes the ceiling. Again, it hit it on that go-around. But this time, Mazama is the beneficiary, now trailing 12-3. Checking in for Mazama, Armida Kirkpatrick. She'll also serve. Also see Callie Newsome back into the game. There's the serve from Kirkpatrick. There's Schroeder. Finding the back corner with an exclamation point. Henley up by 10 in our opening match. Schroeder will also get the serve for Henley as well.
Bob Shambros with a boom shakalaka on that kill. My thoughts exactly. Great hit. Well, what's this?
I think the officials...
They're reversing the point.
I think it had to do with Henley's bench. I think they're reversing the point because of the bench is what it looks like to me. Having Coach Patsky talk with all the players. Now they're all taking a seat. That's got to be what it is. So an amendment to the score, 12-4. Kirkpatrick gets the serve back for her Vikings and makes it over. Schroeder attempting the same play, but that time Mazama there for it. Again, the rafters in contention, and this time it's holding on to our ball. Oh, man. All right, way to stick with it for the Vikings. Now the Hornets a chance to respond, and Schroeder does just that. Right in the face of Kirkpatrick, and the Hornets get their 13th point after all.
You want to take away her kill, she'll just go get another one.
She'll get to serve as well.
Michaela Schroeder serving.
Serve from Schroeder, a line drive. Set up for Byington to hit over, and she does. On the other side for Henley was Melsness. Hornets. I believe the Vikings are awarded that one. We haven't got an update from the scoreboard. Now our officials finally signal for the Vikings point.
Against the Hornets. Point Vikings.
Schroeder to the bench for Henley. It looks like checking in is Marisol Plasencia. Nice touch by Taylor Paulson on the far side to get it over. Newsome replicates it, but again, it's Paulson there. Does it once more. Here's Newsome trying for a kill, and it's last touched by the Hornets as it goes out in the back.
Violation against Henley. Point Vikings.
13-6. Henley still in front in the opening set. That was Byington on serve, but too much for the second time tonight for Byington. Henley now up 14-6.
Haley Paulson at the service line.
Hornets led by as much as 10. It was 12-2.
Nice play up front for Mazama. I think that was Kirkpatrick there on the front line. But regardless, it's Cage with the kill and the point for the Hornets.
Point Hornets.
Now up by 9. Again, Haley Paulson, a sophomore to serve, and she gets it over. Newsome hits it high. Opportunity for O'Brien to knock it over, and she does. Set up for Cage on the near side, and nice job up front by Callie Newsome with the block.
Point Vikings.
Vikings get the serve back, and Addison Slazak will serve, the sophomore, prepared for it. And hits. Oh.
Addison Slazak off hands.
Looks like they're going to say they might have clipped Cage on the forearm as it went out of bounds.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah, Vikings get that point. 15-8 the score now. Here's Slazak again. They're set up for Melsness, but again, Newsome right up there on that front line knocks it down for the block. The Vikings crawling back into it, now trailing just by 6. Slazak again. That one's hit up by Burke, and the Hornets, that time at the misfortune of the rafters. The Vikings climb within 10, or within 5 rather. It's 15-10 the score. Slazak again, and too much on it. Hornets get the point. Checking out for Henley is Tegan Burke.
Jenna Melsness serving.
I believe it was Abigail Dubose who replaced her. And Melsness to serve. Bitzer trying to get up front for the kill, but out of bounds.
Point Hornets.
Point goes to Henley, up by 7.
Well, just when we thought the Vikings were gaining some momentum, back-to-back miscues.
And yet another, looks like it was Slazak and Byington both win for that one. And sort of bounced off both of them out of bounds. Henley up 18-10. Again, there's Melsness. Kirkpatrick sets it up for Bitzer, but Cage right there to block it. Another setup for Bitzer. That time too much for the Hornets to handle. And Bitzer earns the point for the Vikings. Sub coming in for Mazama, Kirkpatrick to the bench, and Christine Monk into the game. London O'Brien to serve for Mazama. Bryan serve, makes it over. Set up for Cage, knocked down up front by Bitzer. And Mazama earning another point and showing some attitude on the floor. O'Brien once again to serve. And that one left short. Hornets up 19-12. A substitution coming in. Out goes Taylor Paulson. Lainey Hadley comes in, and she will serve as well.
Lainey Hadley at the service line.
Michaela Schroeder back on the front line.
Set up for Bitzer, but soft touch. Cage is able to get there. Bit too much from DeBose as that one goes out of bounds, but the point awarded to the Hornets. I think that just again slid off a Vikings player on its way out, and the Hornets get a point.
It did. 5 away from taking this set.
Newsom, but right there is Paulson. There's DeBose, and a nice play by Bitzer up front. Now set up for Newsom. And the Vikings will earn that point.
Callie Newsom, off hands. Callie Newsom serving.
Callie Newsom, the sophomore for Mazama, to serve. That one hard for Tegan Burke to corral on that one. The libero letting that one drop, and the Vikings earn the point. Serve from Newsom. Melsness tips it over. O'Brien sets it up for Bitzer's kill.
Kill. Callie Bitzer.
Mazama back within 5. It's 20-15. And Newsom still holding serve for Mazama.
Ace.
Another. That time an ace for Newsom.
Callie Newsom.
Cage gets that one over. Newsom keeps it alive. There it is for Byington, and Vikings now within 3. Timeout's going to be called by the Hornets. We'll take it too. It's 20-17 in our opening set. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
In our opening set at Henley High School, 20-17, the Hornets lead the Vikings in the Skyline Conference matchup. Vikings surging as well. A couple of kills from Bitzer and an ace from Newsom. At one point down by 10, the Vikings now only find themselves down 3.
5-0 run. I think a good timeout there by Sierra Patsky. Hornets got to regroup, close this out.
Newsom with the serve. Set up for Melsness, but she leaves it short. Pardon me, that was Dubose. Left it short, and now Vikings within 2. Newsom serve. Tries to sneak into that back corner, but Cage was there. Dubose again, and I believe that one got awarded to Mazama.
I think they're saying Henley.
There we go, Henley. It's out of bounds, just trying to decide on who, and it was in fact the Vikings. So Henley up 21-18. Cage is checked out of the game for the Hornets, and I believe Miley Lee is back in, and she will serve. Bitzer with the, oh wow, there to receive that hot shot was Melsness in the back. She does it again. Schroeder gets it over. Set up for Bitzer again, and that time out of bounds, and Henley gets the point. What a nice job by Melsness on defense.
Point Hornets.
Miley Lee continues to serve for Henley. See into the game for the first time. Shaylee Butcher as well for Mazama, number 3. And looks like we're ready to go. Miley Lee with the serve. Bitzer receives it. Bryan hits it up. And Slazak hits it over. There's Schroeder, and that'll earn the Vikings, or the Hornets, the point. 23-18.
Schroeder, point Hornets.
And timeout called by Mazama. We'll take it to 23-18. The Vikings with their backs up against the wall in this opening set. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Back with Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com in our opening set. Henley leads Mazama 23-18. Last time out was called by the Vikes, and it looks like we're about ready to get back into it. Miley Lee continuing to serve for Henley. Here comes the junior. Set up for Bitzer. There up front was Schroeder, but that one blocked, then going out of bounds. Point goes to Mazama. Cage back in, Miley Lee to the bench for Henley. Slazak has subbed out for Mazama. Didn't quite see who came in her place. We'll try to get you updated on that soon as the Vikings earn a point. And I believe it was Reagan Bjork who checked in for the Vikings, the sophomore. It's Mazama now within 3. It's 23-20, and Bitzer with the serve. Burke received it nicely. And Bryan can't corral it. Dubose with the kill, and the point goes to Henley. They're on set point.
Abigail Dubose serving set point.
Here's Dubose with the serve on set point. That was going to be Byington to hit it over. Cage, a nice job keeping that one in front. Schroeder shoves it over, but Butcher was there. There's Byington with the touch. Now it's Henley's turn. It's knocked over by Paulson. There's Bitcher trying for the kill, but too strong. And the Hornets win our opening set 25-20. We'll be back with the next as we continue your coverage tonight of Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back with you on mybasin.com for Skyline Conference Volleyball. Through one set here at Henley High School, it's the Hornets who lead the Mazama Vikings 1-0. That first set 25-20 in favor of the Hornets.
It almost felt like that first set was a little closer than it should have been, Josh. Henley led 12-2 at one point. They also led 20-12. Mazama, though, went on a 6-0 run to cut it to 20-18. Vikings committed multiple unforced errors leading to points for Henley. They were able to hang around a bit, though, and make it close. Henley, though, able to hang on and pull it out. Good sign for pretty young Hornets squad. We haven't really discussed that yet. They've only got one senior.
Vikings earned this opening point. Yeah, you're exactly right. This team has been, kind of rebuilding last season, specifically the building into this season. I'm sure they're pleased with where they are in the back half of league play right now. One senior, Taylor Paulson, number one out there for Henley. He's here on the bench right now. Serve coming through from Mazama, but left it short. London O'Brien not able to get it across. Henley gets the point, trailing 2-1, but they'll have the serve.
Miley Lee serving.
Miley Lee to serve now, a junior. Schroeder trying for the kill, but Bitzer there to knock it down. She's able to get it over. O'Brien hits it high for Newsome. She goes for it, but too much on it. Tied up at 2 in our second set. Lee continuing to serve for Henley. Bryan set it up for Byington. Winds up in the rafters. Some Vikings collide on the near side. Looks like everybody is okay. Ultimately, the point will go to Henley as they now lead 3-2.
Point Hornets.
Gotcha. Here's Bitzer trying to knock it over. And was able to do it just off the top of the net. Here's O'Brien back for Bitzer. Almost kind of a false start on that jump there. And eventually the Hornets are the ones to earn the point.
Joust at the net, Michaela Schroeder.
Here's Lee. That one an ace for Miley Lee. Slazak couldn't corral it. The Hornets now up 5-2.
A 5-0 run for Henley after falling down 2-0.
And a miscue again. Slazak tried to get it in the middle of a bunch of Vikings, but no one there to get it. Hornets up 6-2. Lee with the serve. A nice job to get it back that time from the Vikes. Bows tried for the kill. Now it's Newsom's turn to respond, but again hits it too hard and out of bounds it goes. Score 7-2 in favor of the Hornets. Lee with the serve. O'Brien to Bitzer, and a nice job in the back by Hadley to keep it up. Schroeder then sneaks it into the back, and a fine play by Henley. They're up 8-2. Timeout called by Mazama will take it as well. The score 8-2, Henley in front in the second set. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
Introducing Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Back with you on mybasin.com. Our coverage of Skyline Conference Volleyball continues here in the second set. Hornets up 1-0 overall, and in this set up 8-2 over Mazama. Miley Lee continue to hold serves. The Hornets in the midst of an 8-0 run. And a miscommunication there by the Vikings. And it looked like that was Monk and O'Brien going for it, but neither one able to get the job done. Hornets up by 7. Lee too much on that serve, and the Vikings catch a break. They'll get a point, and Callie Newsome will serve.
That 9-0 run for Henley was longest of the match so far by either team.
Here's Newsome. There was Burke to receive it. Here's the setup for Schroeder. Nice play by Newsome to keep it up. And a nice follow-up by, I believe that was Bjork. Here's Schroeder once more. Knocked down up front by Byington. Bitzer tries to hit it over, but off the hands of Schroeder to the floor. The Vikings earn that point. Newsome continuing to serve. Cage hits it over. Strong hit. There is Newsome for Mazama. Set up on the far side for Dubose, and the Hornets will be awarded the point. Net violation against the Vikings, and Henley up 10-4. And to serve for Henley is Abigail Dubose. Butcher receives the serve, set up for Bitzer, and a fine job on the other side by Hadley for the Hornets. And Schroeder's the one to knock it over. O'Brien, the nice touch again. There was for Hadley. And the defense and the Hornets prevail and earn their point. Credit to some fantastic defense from the junior Laney Hadley.
Another one up into the rafters. You know, Henley has the advantage of being able to practice in this gym.
Certainly true.
So they can get used to those bounces. You saw it there, great adjustment.
Another ball winds up in the rafters, but point was awarded to Henley before it got up there. 12-4 in favor of the Hornets. Dubose once again, here it comes. There was Butcher. Set up for Byington, but blocked up front by Henley, and they get the point, 13-4. Big time advantage for Henley. Here's Dubose again. O'Brien hits it over. Ooh, nice job up front for Henley. I believe that was Haley Paulson. The soft touch and the point for Henley prompts Mazama to call time. Henley up 14-4 in the second set, 1-0 overall. We'll step aside, but we'll be back with more Skyline Conference Volleyball next and .com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
Welcome you back inside the Hornets' nest at Henley High School for Skyline Conference Volleyball. Right now, Henley up 14-4 in our second set. They claimed the opening set 25-20. And Abigail Dubose holding serve for the Hornets as the student sections get into it. Although a much smaller section. Looks like it might just be the JV teams for Mazama going up against the brunt of Cowbell City. And Mazama earns the point even in the face of that adversity. 14-5.
Very similar to this point in the first set, Josh. Mazama just looks a bit disjointed. Let's see if they can find another foothold and claw their way back into it.
Bitzer at serve is a good place to start, as Cage tried to go for the kill but left it short.
Point Vikings.
Bitzer going to try to will her team back into this contest. The only returning starter from last year's Mazama squad, which had won their third straight Skyline Conference. Bitzer tips it up for Byington, and that sneaks into the back.
Kill, Addie Byington.
Byington with the kill, and the Vikings are in their seventh point.
Well, if there was one sophomore you wanted to bring back from last year, it was probably Callie Bitzer. One of two underclassmen in 4A to earn all-state honors.
Serve short. Point Hornets.
I may have just announcers jinxed her, but yeah, first team all-state. 191 kills, 112 digs, 65 blocks, and 30 aces.
Cage setting it up. Now Paulson, and unable to make it over was Jenna Melsness, the sophomore. Point goes to the Vikings, 15-8 the score now. Michaela Schroeder checks out for Henley. And into the game is Marisol Placencia. Serve from Kirkpatrick, just snuck in there. And an ace for Armida Kirkpatrick makes our score 15-9. I
think Schroeder coming out really played a role in Mazama being able to find their footing in the first set.
There's the setup for the senior Paulson, and Placencia hits it up for Cage. Skipped off the top of the net. Mazama unable to respond. 16th point going to the Hornets. They're up by 7.
Haley Paulson serving.
Haley Paulson to serve, a sophomore. Nice diving play by Placencia. Good follow by Cage to keep this set alive. There was Dubose, now set up for Cage. Soft touch. And a fine response by Mazama's Bjork. Byington tried to hit it over. And trying with a soft touch was Hadley. Left it short. Point Vikings, and it's now a 6-point contest.
Addie Byington serving.
Addie Byington to serve. Cage with a rocket, but a nice job there by Byington. Cage again. Same try, but Bitzer hits it out of bounds as she attempted the defensive play there. And Hornets get their 17th point.
Melsness at the service line.
Melsness to serve for Henley. Nice job by Melsness, intentional or not, the top of that net, acting as a friend there and earning the Hornets an ace, 18-10. Again, Melsness on serve. Set up for O'Brien, a nice touch, but a good follow-up from Dubose. Then Paulson hits it over. Here's the setup for Newsome, and she hit that one out. Hornets get the point, up by 9. Serve on its way from Melsness. Newsome received it. Nice job by Byington. She used the top of the net that time to get the Vikings their 11th point. And sub coming in for Mazama. Bjork goes out. Slazak checks in, and she'll serve.
Addison Slazak serving.
Slazak's serve received by Melsness. Ball winds up in the rafters again, but that time Kirkpatrick sticks with it, sets it up for Newsome, and too much, it's long. Hornets their 20th point. Back up by 9. Subs coming in for Henley. It looks like Cadence Nelson is checking in. Michaela Schroeder is in. And Lainey Hadley to serve.
I think the Hornets did better with her on the bench than they did in the first set. That's what you want to see.
Slazak unable to corral that serve, and an ace for the Hornets and Lainey Hadley. Now Henley up by 10, 21-11.
Matches their largest lead of the set.
Slazak hits it. Byington, a diving effort, and saves it. But the Vikings unable to recover completely.
Point Hornets.
And the point goes to Henley, but still a great effort by Byington to do her part to keep that ball up. Hadley with the serve. Another diving attempt in the corner. And an ace for Henley. In on that play was Newsome and Kirkpatrick, both selling out for that ball, but neither able to find it. 23-11 in favor of Henley in this second set. Here's Hadley. Kirkpatrick sets it up for Newsome. She has a nice hit on it. Kirkpatrick again setting it up, that time for O'Brien. Then it's Schroeder to hit it back over for the Hornets. There's Bitzer knocking it down up front is Schroeder. Oh, but the point goes to Mazama. I believe another net violation that time for Henley. And the 12th point goes to Mazama, 23-12, still in favor of the Hornets. And London O'Brien to serve for Mazama. O'Brien, a new addition to the squad, transfer from 3A Warrenton. And this season serving at a 90% clip. And add another ace for London O'Brien. That is her 40th on the season.
Yeah, moved from Warrenton along with her father, Ian O'Brien, new Mazama athletic director.
Here's O'Brien again. Cage, a nice hit. The Vikings scrambling for it. And the point goes to Henley. Now on set point once more. Cage checks out. Looks like Miley Lee comes in and she'll serve.
Miley Lee serving set point.
Leah Hernandez into the game for Mazama. Nice job by Cadence Nelson to get there, but I believe hit it out of bounds as Mazama gets that point. Back within 10, 24-14, and Callie Newsome will serve. Good serve there from Newsome. Set up for Schroeder, going for the exclamation point, and does! Right after Callie Newsome, and the Hornets up 2-0. We head to set number 3 here at Henley High School. Hornets lead the Vikings. We'll be back with more Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio.
The pace and reach of social media.
And the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Through 2, the Hornets lead 2-0 over the Mazama Vikings, claiming the opening set 25-20. Most recently 25-14 here at home. The Hornets trying to claim a share of the Skyline Conference title for the first time since 2022 with a win tonight.
Well, hard to see how they don't do it at this point. They have really dominated these first 2 sets despite the close score in the first one.
Wow, what a recovery that time by Taylor Paulson, the senior, with a heads-up play. That time a similar opportunity, but maybe miscommunication. The Vikings earned the opening point here, 1-0. One other game going on in the Skyline Conference this evening as Klamath Union is up 1-0 over Phoenix right now. They claimed their opening set 25-23. Right now they trail Phoenix, though, in the second set 13-12 as Callie Bitzer comes up with the kill. Vikings up 2-0 here.
Callie Bitzer.
But if the Pelicans are able to hold on to that game in Phoenix and win, that sets up a great matchup coming into this gym to end the season on the 22nd as Henley takes on Klamath Union for what will decide a league championship.
Point Hornets.
Cage with the point there, 2-1, still in favor of the Vikings.
Well, Mazama scored the first 2 points in set 2, and Henley responded with a 9-0 run.
Here to serve is Lainey Hadley. Byington keeps that one up. Bitzer follows. Set up for Schroeder, and O'Brien plays some defense there. Newsom hits it over. That time it's Melsness. Set up on the far side for Dubose, and right in the sweet spot. No, that was saved by Slazak.
Oh my.
What a great play. Cage goes for the kill, and that time they get it. Tied up at 2.
Point Hornets.
Hadley still serves for Henley. O'Brien trying to sneak under the net, left in an awkward spot, and Henley earns the point, now up 3-2. Here's Henley once more. O'Brien sets it up for Bitzer. Comes in with the kill.
Callie Bitzer.
Tied up at 3, back and forth we go.
So only a 3-0 run that time.
Callie Newsome serving.
Newsome to serve for Mazama. Burke receives it. Set up for Cage. Nice job up front by Bitzer. Dubose trying to get it down. I believe that was Bitzer denying it once more. Gives her team a 4-3 advantage in our third set. Set up for Schroeder once more, and again Bitzer denying it up front. It's been all over this set so far for Mazama. Her team leads by 2. Here's Newsome. Burke again receives it. Set it up for Cage this time, and again up front, although that time
4 hits. Point Vikings.
Vikings get the point based off of 4 hits from Henley, although Bitzer's defense was there if it was needed. 6-3 in favor of the Vikes. Here's the serve from Newsome. Too much on it, and Henley gets a break. And their 4th point. Some subs coming in for Henley. It looks like, well, we awarded the point to Henley. It's 6-4 right now. Some discussion amongst the scorers table. All right, here come the subs for Henley. Cage checks out. And now in is Miley Lee.
Miley Lee serving.
Been a bit of a specialist, the service line. She's done well tonight. Skips it off the top of the net. A great defensive play by Butcher. The Vikings stay alive because of it. And they'll end up earning the point. Paulson couldn't tip it over. Vikings up 7-4. Cage checks back in. Lee goes out.
Bitzer serving.
And Bitzer to serve for Mazama. Cage able to hit it over. Byington leaves it high. Cage. Now here's Schroeder for the kill, and it goes to the Mazama bench off the hands of London O'Brien. 7-5 Mazama. But the Hornets looking for some momentum. Here's Abigail Dubose to serve.
Can you believe this is year 1 of 4 for Michaela Schroeder?
She doesn't play like it. Good effort in front of the Henley bench. First by Dubose. And then I believe that was Melsness giving the effort there, but ultimately coming up empty, and the Vikings get their 8th point. To serve now will be Armida Kirkpatrick.
Armida Kirkpatrick serving.
Can't get the serve over, and the point goes to Henley.
Point Hornets.
And now we'll see Michaela Schroeder at the service line.
Schroeder serving.
And instead, we'll see her sub out.
Correction, coming in to serve, J.C. Ladner.
J.C. Ladner to serve. Byington able to hit it over. Ladner with the touch, then Cage knocks it over. Kirkpatrick sets it up high for Byington. Nice defense here by the Hornets as Paulson hits it over. Bitzer up high, Byington knocks it over and out of bounds. The Hornets get their 7th point.
Net violation. Point Mazama. Addie Byington serving.
Pardon me, that was a point to Mazama. Score in favor of the Vikings, 9-6. Nice job there on the far side from Dubose. Or pardon me, that was Haley Paulson.
The block. Point Hornets.
It's 9-7. Vikings still lead. And Haley Paulson will serve.
Haley Paulson serving.
Kirkpatrick up high for O'Brien, but great defense up front by the Hornets.
Paulson Roofing Company.
9-8. Mazama still leads, but the Hornets charging. Kirkpatrick for Newsome. And the point is going to the Vikings. Net violation against the Hornets. Mazama up 10-8. Bjork is checked out. Slazak in for the Vikes, and she'll serve. Slazak serve. Find its way to Melsness, then to Cage. Goes for the kill and will get it.
Maria Cage kill.
Continue to hold serve for Henley. Jenna Melsness.
Serving.
Serve from Melsness. Makes it over. Kirkpatrick sets it up for Bitzer, but too strong.
Is long.
Tied up at 10. Melsness again on the serve. Kirkpatrick sets it up nicely for Newsome, but denying it up front. Taylor Paulson.
First lead for Henley this set since it was 3-2.
Jenna Melsness continuing to serve. Bitzer hits it too strong.
Attack is long. Point Hornets.
Continue to serve as Melsness. And that one, I believe, went long, and the Vikings earn the point.
Point Vikings.
London O'Brien to serve.
O'Brien serving. Kill. Kalia Cage.
Cage with the kill there, 13-11.
That was a nice shot.
Lainey Hadley serving.
As we mentioned, second on the team coming into this match with 170 kills.
Serve is wide. Callie Newsome serving.
Newsome to serve. And leaves that serve long. Point going there to the Hornets, 14-12.
Miley Lee serving.
Bryan then to Byington. And the Vikings, I believe it was the Vikings, hit it 4 times. No, it was the Hornets.
Point Vikings.
So point goes to the Vikings, and it's still a 1-point game, 14-13.
Callie Bitzer serving.
Bitzer to serve now for Mazama. Schroeder. Was that one in? No, it was not. Oh, and they're actually going to call that as a net violation against Henley. And so the Vikings earned that point, 14-all. It's a great shot there by Schroeder, but all for naught. Bitzer continuing to serve. Burke there to receive it. Goes up high for Schroeder, soft touch. The Vikings able to respond. Burke not behind her.
Hands, Addie Byington.
The Vikings up 15-14. And Bitzer to serve now. Cage a nice job defensively, then Burke to hit it over. Bitzer receives it. Set up for Byington, skips off the top of the net and down. Byington with the kill, and Mazama leads now 16-14. And Henley calls time, we'll take it too. It's been a close third set, but overall Henley up 2-0 in Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back with you at Henley High School for Skyline Conference Volleyball. Right now in this third set, Mazama leads Henley 16-14. Overall, Henley up 2-0 over these Vikings. Henley looking for a share of the league title tonight with the win. Vikings looking to stay steady in third place in the conference, in position for a postseason appearance. This time, the Vikings get another point, 17-14. Bitzer with the serve, received by Burke. Here's the setup for Schroeder. Nice job by Byington up front. Byington gets it over. Burke with the diving effort. And a nice play by Bjork.
Reagan Bjork.
Gets Mazama their 18th point.
6-0 run now for the Vikings.
Bitzer's been holding serve. This is what you rely on her for. Try to keep your team in a match like this. Bitzer's serve sneaks in. Another ace there from Bitzer. And Henley calling another timeout. We'll take it too. 19-14, Mazama leads in this third set, down 2-0 against the Hornets overall. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
19-14, and the Vikings lead the Hornets in this third set, although they trail 2-0 overall. Bitzer has been holding serve for Mazama and have willed the Vikings to a 5-point advantage in this do-or-die third set. Here's Schroeder, and a nice touch over the head of Bjork on the front line.
Into the campfire. Hornets. Abigail Dubois serving.
Abby Dubois to serve. Here comes the sophomore. O'Brien setting it up for Bjork, but the Hornets trying to respond. Finally getting it over was Haley Paulson. Bitzer knocks it over. Here's the setup for Schroeder. Blocked up front. Schroeder again. Soft touch. There's Butcher. But O'Brien setting it up for Byington, and there's the point for the Vikings. 20-15, Mazama in front in this third set. And Armida Kirkpatrick into the game for Mazama. She'll serve. And that serve is in. An ace for Kirkpatrick. Gets the Vikings their 21st. Kirkpatrick again to serve. Cage keeps it up, then Burke. Finally gets it over. Kirkpatrick sets it up for Bjork. There was Byington on a soft touch. Schroeder tries to respond. Bitzer. Nope, but there's Paulson. Cage keeps it up. Here's the setup for Melsness. Blocked by Bitzer. Byington going up front, and the Hornets prevail off the block from Schroeder.
Point, Hornets.
Well, Henley's certainly not out of this set yet.
J.C. Ladner serving.
Ladner to serve. And an ace.
How about that from the other freshman called up from the JV roster?
21-17, Hornets trying to battle. There's Ladner with the serve, made it over. O'Brien hits it back for the Vikings. Nice job by Haley Paulson. A fantastic job by Butcher from Mazama as well. Play close to the net. Scrambling are the Hornets. They get it over. O'Brien touches it over for the Vikings. There's the setup for Melsness. No. There's Byington, knocked down up front by the senior Taylor Paulson.
Point Hornets.
Timeout called. Mazama will take it to 21-18. Henley down, but not out in this third set. We'll be back with more Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
(21-18), Mazama leads in this third set, but trailing Henley overall 2-0. Hornets surging down 3. And right now it's Ladner on serve. Byington tries to get it over, but Paulson, good defense up front. There's Bitzer, too much.
Attack is long.
Hornets now within 2. Here's Ladner once more. And too much on that serve, and the Vikings get it back. 22-19 in favor of Mazama.
Addie Byington serving.
Serve from Byington, makes it over. Cage from the back, won't make it in there. And the Vikings up 23-19. Here's Byington again. Cage gets it up, now to Paulson. And Bitzer dove for it, but won't get there. Hornets 20 points now to Mazama's 23.
Haley Paulson serving.
Here's Paulson on the serve, makes it over. Kirkpatrick keeps it up. Bitzer tries to get there, but leaves it short. Hit square in the middle of the net, and the point goes to Henley. 23-21. Here's Paulson again. O'Brien gets it over. Set up for Cage on the near side, and there it is. Off the hands of Callie Newsom, and no one was there to answer. Henley within 1. And another timeout called again by Cody. 23-22. We'll step aside. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
Introducing Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
23-22, this third set coming down to the wire, but the Hornets holding serve, and they trail by one. Here's Haley Paulson. And off the hands of Bitzer into the crowd here at Henley High School, and the Hornets tie us up at 23.
How about that? They trailed 20-15, 21-16 also.
There's the serve. Picked up by Byington. Oh, pardon me, that was Newsom. She's going to get it over. There we go. Melsness, and up empty is Byington. Jenna Melsness with the kill, and the Hornets 1 point away from a share of the Skyline Conference title.
Haley Paulson serving match point.
Here's Paulson. Off of Bitzer. Then Byington gets to it. Kirkpatrick hits it over. Paulson sets it up for Cage. That one is out. Hornets student section can't believe it. We're knotted at 24. Now you have to win by 2. The Vikings got served. Addison Slazak to serve. This game has been back and forth. There's Paulson to hit it over. Kirkpatrick hits it up for Newsom to knock it over. There's Paulson for Paulson. Then O'Brien from the Vikings, and Kirkpatrick off the side of her arm, and the Hornets once again on match point.
Jenna Melsness serving match point.
Melsness to serve. Kirkpatrick getting there. It's knocked up. They get it over, and a diving effort, all for naught. The Vikings respond with their 25th point.
London O'Brien.
Kirkpatrick checks out. And checking in for Mazama was Christine Munn.
London O'Brien serving.
Now London O'Brien to serve. Paulson sets it up for Cage. Blocked up front by Bitzer. And now Mazama on set point, trying to extend our match tonight.
London O'Brien serving set point.
O'Brien to serve once more. Here's Cage. That's blocked up front by Bitzer, and Mazama claims it in overtime. We are going to a fourth set. Final score 27-25. We'll be back with more Skyline Conference volleyball on mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between. We keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio.
The pace and reach of social media.
And the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Through 3 sets here at Henley High School, the Hornets are in front 2-1. They won the opening set 25-20, then 25-14. But the Vikings showing some grit and battling back in that third set, winning it in overtime 27-25.
Yeah, Mazama finally came to life in that third set. They led most of the way, got up 23-19, although Henley with a 5-0 run to get to match point. They couldn't convert, had another match point, couldn't get it done. Again, this is a young team. We'll look to see how they respond in this set.
Hornets will start with the serve, and it'll be Laney Hadley with the honors. Here it comes. That one left short. The Vikings get the opening point.
London O'Brien serving.
Henley, of course, battling for a share of the league title tonight. Depending on what happens in Phoenix, it's Klamath Union in second place right now. I'll try to get a score update as soon as we can on what else is happening in the conference.
Meanwhile, Michaela Schroeder just hits another unreturnable ball.
Kalia Cage at the service line.
Like I said, Josh, can you believe this is year 1 of 4?
She's going to be an impressive player. Already is, but she's going to be as well. Bitzer hits it over. That time it was Dubose with the kill. There's Cage hitting it over. The point goes there to Henley, up 3-1. Score update from Phoenix. Klamath Union about halfway through set 3, up 2-0 overall. And a slim advantage over Phoenix in that third set. Bitzer going for the kill and gets it. Now Klamath Union holds on to win, which all things point towards they probably will. And they will stay in second place in the conference, half game back of the Hornets. There's Dubose. O'Brien to Byington, then Cage for Henley. Here's Schroeder. It's the point for Henley.
Michaela Schroeder. Point Hornets.
So much emotion from that Henley group. Not only on the floor with Schroeder bringing a certain fire, but also that bench. Leaving it short that time was Dubose, and Mazama catching a break, down by 1.
Callie Bitzer at the service line.
And Callie Bitzer to serve. This is where Mazama found most of their headway in that third set, with Bitzer at the service line. Here it comes. Handled by Dubose. Then Cage is the one to hit it over. Here's Byington. Cage again, a nice job. Burke to Melsness. She knocks it over. Here's Byington going for the kill. Cage digs it out, but the point is going to Mazama. A net violation.
Line violation against the Hornets.
And we're tied up at 4. Bitzer's serve. There's Schroeder, and it's knocked down up front by Byington. Nice job by the senior.
Point Vikings.
And here's Bitzer again. And that one, landed out just by maybe half the ball, and point goes to Mazama. Bitzer's serve. It's received by Dubose. Here's Schroeder. And again, the Vikings respond to Michaela Schroeder. And we're going to have timeout called by the Hornets. Mazama up 7-4 in our fourth set. Down 2-1 overall. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
Hornets looking to respond after falling down 7-4 in this fourth set. They lead Mazama 2-1 overall. Looking to find something within themselves here. It's been good upfront defense played by the Vikings that have speared this run with Byington up front, Bitzer as well. But, I mean, really, it's been Addie Byington up front for Mazama, knocking down the attempts from Michaela Schroeder on the Hornets side. And it'll be Bitzer to hold serve for Mazama. Here it comes. Burke received it. Set up for Melsness, and Schroeder keeps it up. Cage hits it over. Butcher received it. Here's Byington once more. Nice job by Cage. There's Schroeder again, trying to get it done up front, and that time she does. Schroeder will serve this time. Going to keep her in the contest to do so. Here's the serve from the freshman Schroeder. A bullet over the net. Set up for Byington. Schroeder received it. Cage punches it over. A nice play. And the point goes to Henley.
Wow.
Cage, it looked like had to kind of suspend herself in midair to be able to punch that ball over the net. Was able to do it, and the Hornets earn a point. Remarkable job. Schroeder on serve and an ace. Tied at 7.
Michaela Schroeder.
My goodness.
I believe that's 30 aces on the season for Schroeder. And another point goes the way of the Hornets. Another ace. 8-7 Henley advantage. Another great serve from Schroeder. Bjork able to get it over. Set up for Melsness. Mazama responds. Bitzer hits it up, and Byington knocks it over. Nice job, Haley Paulson, but received by O'Brien. Bitzer set up for Byington. Soft touch. Was it out? It was, and Henley gets the point. And just as the Hornets had a close call go against them on this side, the Vikings have one go against them right here. Same call on the near side.
Well, the officials are going to confer now.
I'm curious. I mean, it was the senior judge on the ladder who probably had a closer look at things, but they're not going to overturn it. She's shaking her head, and so the point for Henley will stand. 9-7.
Attack is 1 point Hornets.
Hornets might have caught a break there, and Schroeder holds on to the serve. A lot of power behind that serve and too much. Mazama gets it back 9-8. Schroeder checks out. And getting into the game is Marisol Psia. Serve from Kirkpatrick, knocked into the rafters and in the no man's land against the Hornets and tied up at 9. Serve again from Kirkpatrick. There's Paulson to push it over, but the Vikings stay alive with it. O'Brien hits it up for Byington. Cage received it. She's going to hit it over as well, but there's Bitzer. Now Byington. Set up for Haley Paulson and the kill.
Taylor Paulson. Point Hornets.
It's going to give Henley their 10th point, a 1-point advantage. And it's going to be Haley Paulson to serve. Here it is. Bitzer received it. Kirkpatrick bumps it up. Byington punches it over. Set up for Cage. Cage with the kill.
Off the block.
And again, the young Paulson, the sophomore, to serve. Comes up short. Now to serve will be Addie Byington.
Addie Byington serving.
Serve from Byington, a good one. Set up for Cage, who hits it over. Takes a nice spin off the net, but the Vikings able to respond. Cage hits it over. Kirkpatrick set up for O'Brien, and point is going against the Vikings.
Double hit. Point
I
Hornets.
believe O'Brien double hit.
Jenna Mills
Trying to go two hands once. Couldn't quite get the timing down, so the point goes to Henley. They're up 12-10 and 2-1 overall. Nice serve from Melsness. There's Callie Newsome, tries to hit it over. Placencia dove for it, but not able to recover in time. Good effort, but ultimately the point goes to Mazama, trailing by 1.
Addison Slazak serving.
Addison Slazak is checked into the game. She'll serve, and Reagan Bjork goes to the bench. Slazak's serve will be an ace. Tied up at 12.
Slazak.
Kirkpatrick sets it up for Newsome. Fine effort there for Henley. Gets it to Cage, tries to get it over, but good defense by Callie Newsome up front. Gets Mazama up by 1, 13-12. Found a final score from Phoenix as Klamath Union defeated the Pirates 3-0. Here's Slazak. That means all the Hornets can do is clinch a share of the conference tonight, but they've got to get past these Vikings to do it. And there's Cage tying us up at 13. Out goes Taylor Paulson. In comes Lainey Hadley, and Hadley will serve. Also, Michaela Schroeder in. And Marisol Placencia comes out. Bitzer going for the kill and hit it.
Bitzer kill off the block.
We'll allow London O'Brien to serve for the Vikings.
London O'Brien serving.
Serve from O'Brien, received by Cage. Here she comes, going for the kill, but leaves too much on it. Out of bounds it goes, and the Vikings are in their 15th point. Once again, O'Brien. Off the hands of Burke and out of bounds. Hornets call timeout. We'll take it to 16-13 in favor of Mazama, battling here in the fourth set. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Ball season to last.
Back with you for Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com. 16-13, Mazama leads Henley in the fourth set. Henley up 2-1 overall and make it 16-14 as O'Brien left that serve short. Leah Cage checks out. Miley Lee is in for Henley. She'll serve. Lee gets the serve over. Vikings try to keep it up, but they hit it too many times.
Point Hornets.
Miley Lee with a strong serve. It's out.
Serve is long. Point Vikings.
17-50 in favor of Mazama.
Serving.
And Kalia Cage checks back in. Callie Newsom to serve. Callie Newsom leaves it short.
Serve is short.
Back to the Hornets and a 1-point game. Now to serve for Henley is Abigail Dubose. No. Looks like we're going to have someone else check in here.
In to serve for Henley, Riley Hollingsworth.
Hollingsworth, another freshman called up from the JV roster.
Vikings able to get it over. Here's Schroeder. Hits it too hard. Point goes to Mazama, 18-16 now in favor of the Vikes. It's the second player we've seen play up from JV tonight in Hollingsworth. Hornets JV dealt Mazama JV a loss earlier today before this game began. And to serve now is Callie Bitzer for Mazama. Set up for Schroeder. O'Brien received it, but no one else is there after O'Brien. Taylor Paulson gets in. Out goes Lainey Hadley. And Michaela Schroeder to serve. Good serve. O'Brien hits it up high for Byington. Schroeder keeps it alive in the back. Now Melsness hits it over. It is out of bounds, and the Vikings get the point. Schroeder checks out, Placencia back in.
Armida Kirkpatrick.
Score 19-17 in favor of Mazama, and Armida Kirkpatrick to serve for the Vikings. There's Taylor Paulson with a nice play. And Paulson with a kill and Henley's point. We've gone back and forth through the middle parts of this fourth set. And now Haley Paulson to serve for Henley. Butcher lays out for it. Byington with a soft touch. Nice job by Melsnes. Taylor Paulson responds. And Kirkpatrick dives into the bleachers but comes up empty. And she dove over a chair and into the bleachers, and she may need a moment to get back up. We'll step aside. We'll take a moment here on mybasin.com and hope all is well on the Mazama sideline. Right now, the score is tied up at 19 in our fourth set on mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Back with you. The Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com. Armida Kirkpatrick took a pretty nasty spill into the bleachers, but was able to pop back up without any problems, and immediately she comes back out of the floor, start barking at some of the Henley players. Mazama up 20-19. Now Byington to serve. And too much on the serve from Byington. And just like that, tied back up at 20.
All of a sudden, Josh, this match has become very entertaining.
After the first two sets, which didn't feel close at all, you're exactly right. 25-20, then 25-14. Here we are in the late going of set 4, tied up. Cage tries for the kill, but a diving effort from Byington keeps this one alive. There's Dubose. That time Newsom can't corral it. And Henley up 21-20. With the serve was Melsnes. Kirkpatrick keeps it up. Then Bjork knocks it over. There's Placencia. Then Taylor Paulson to Bitzer, who kept it up. And then O'Brien is going to hit it out. And Henley with a point. Timeout called by Mazama. We'll take time as well. 22-20, Henley knocking on the door of a 4-set win against Mazama. See if they can close it out as we continue your coverage of Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
Thanks, Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Inside the Hornets' nest in a Skyline Conference volleyball matchup. 22-20. Henley leads in the fourth set. They lead 2-1 overall, and here to serve is Jenna Melsnes, and does so successfully. Bitzer punches it over. Cage, then to Paulson, and a buzzer? I think the buzzer was probably a mistake. Regardless, point is going to go the way of Mazama, I believe. They will get the serve. Scoreboard here in the gym hasn't updated yet. But 22-21 our score. Placencia will knock it out. Tied up at 22. Now the scorer's table realizing the score, 22-22. And to serve is Slazak. Paulson keeps it up. Then Dubose to Newsom. And a whistle. Point goes to Mazama. Now Mazama trying to push us to a 5th set. Here's the serve from Slazak. Cage hits it over. Set up for Bitzer, and kind of a fake out there, but Henley able to respond. Scrum at the net. Now the Hornets will hit it over. That was Melsness. Here's the setup for Bitzer. And great defense there from Henley, but ultimately out of bounds. And Mazama up 24-22.
Callie Bitzer.
That continues to serve, and that one was in there. And Mazama has pushed us to a 5th set.
Mazama takes set 4.
And we'll be back with more Skyline Conference volleyball action. In for a good here on mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Here at Henley High School, our coverage of Skyline Conference volleyball continues. We're through 4 sets, tied up at 2. Henley won the opener 25-20 and then 25-14. Mazama has responded 27-25, then 25-22 in the 4th set to push us here to a first 15 bout at Henley High School. So glad to be with you this evening. It's been a fun night of volleyball, and it's going to come to its conclusion. And already a point is going to the Vikings.
Point Vikings.
Just an incredible turnaround here from Mazama tonight, Josh. They looked absolutely lifeless in the 2nd set. 3rd set, they were twice a point away from losing. Yet here we are now in set 5.
Another point going to the way of the Vikings. And much as the team themselves has come alive, so have the fans sitting behind their bench. A small Mazama student section is filled out here at Henley High School. And even chants of Viking Nation roaring out inside the Hornets' nest during that last break. Here's Cage looking to respond. O'Brien setting it up to Newsom. Hitting it high amongst the rafters. And a nice play there by Dubose to get the Hornets their first point in the 5th set.
Henley serving.
This is the first 5-set game that Henley has been involved in this season. Or match, excuse me.
Another point going the way of the Hornets there on an ace from Laney Hadley. Unfamiliar territory then for this young Hornets team. Got to finish the job here on their home floor. If they do, they'll earn a share of the conference title. Bitzer with a soft touch. The Hornets respond. O'Brien hitting it up for Newsome. Blocked up front by Schroeder. And there's the kill.
Callie Bitzer. Callie Newsome serving.
Callie Newsome to serve for Mazama. Here's Cage trying to go for the kill, but Bitzer comes up with the block. Here's Newsome again. Burke there for it. Paulson sets it up for Schroeder. Soft touch. And the point coming through there for the Hornets and Michaela Schroeder.
Miley Lee serving.
Miley Lee now to serve for the Hornets. And won't be able to get it across. Mazama up 5-3. Checks into the game, out goes Lee. Slazak is checked out for Mazama, and I believe Butcher is back in. Here's Callie Bitzer to serve, trying to put her team over the top. Cage trying to get it over, and save there. It was going out of bounds. Byington hits it over. Nice play up front by Dubose to keep it up for Henley. Byington punches it out. It was actually in, and a point goes to the Vikings. Slick placement there by Byington. Gives her team a 6-3 lead. O'Brien hits it up for Bitzer. It's right to Paulson, and Schroeder knocks it over. Then Butcher. Byington hits it over, and it goes in. Another nice job there by Byington. And this time, the Hornets call time. 7-3 in our fifth and final set at Henley High School. Skyline Conference Volleyball continues next on mybasin.com.
Introducing Spates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
7-3, Mazama in front in the fifth set of this Skyline Conference volleyball matchup. Callie Bitzer holding serve for the Vikes. There it is. Kalia Cage keeps it up. Cage tips it over. O'Brien pumps it up high for Byington, who's been deadly in this set, but that time winds up short. Hornets get the point, and to serve will be Abby Dubose. There's the serve, too strong, and the Vikings earn another point. Checking out for Mazama is Christine Monk, and Kirkpatrick is checked back in. Here's her serve. Paulson setting it up for Schroeder. There it is, sneaking in the back corner. Hornets have to find some momentum for themselves, and they'll have Schroeder to serve. Good serve from Schroeder, saved by Butcher. Kirkpatrick hits it up, and Byington knocks it over. There's the setup for Melsness, and a kill for Melsness off the hand of O'Brien. Henley back within 2. Here's Michaela Schroeder. O'Brien tips it up. Bitzer pushes it over. There's the setup for Paulson. Too strong, going out of bounds, and the point goes to Mazama. Schroeder going to check out. Placencia checks in. And Byington will serve for Mazama. Too much on that serve. Out of bounds it goes, and the Hornets get their 7th point. Haley Paulson will serve now for the Hornets. And again, an errant serve for the Hornets, costing them in this 5th set. They're down 3. Bjork checks out. Slezak comes in for the Vikings, and Slezak will serve. Slezak serve, hit up by Placencia. Cage on the far side, going for the kill, but blocked by Bitzer. Timeout Henley. They trail by 4, 11-7 in this final set. And Skyline Conference volleyball action will continue next on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Knotted at 2 in this 5th set. 11-7 is the score in the set. The Vikings in front, and they hold serve. Trying to put away the Hornets on their floor, much like Henley did to them at Valhalla Court earlier in the season. But not yet. Slezak too strong on the serve, and the Hornets a chance to respond. Now 11-8. It will be Jenna Melsness to serve. Here's Melsness. Newsom to Bitzer. And trying to keep it alive in front of the Hornets bench was Dubose, but futile effort. The point goes to the Vikings.
You have to wonder if fatigue may be starting to come into play here for Henley. Again, this is their first 5-set match of the season. Mazama's been involved in 3 before this one.
O'Brien with the serve for Mazama. Here's Cage. Soft touch and drops it in.
Soft attack. Campfire.
Remaining a 3-point game. Paulson checks out. Lainey Hadley comes in. She's done well on the serve tonight for Henley.
Lainey Hadley serving.
Also see Michaela Schroeder back on the front line for the Hornets. There's a serve. O'Brien hits it up. Kept alive by the Hornets. Cage, another soft touch, and a great effort by Byington. Schroeder going for the kill, but too much on it. Oh, they're going to say that was last touched by Mazama on its way out. As a matter of fact, Henley gets their all-important 10th point there. Big turnaround on that call from the official, and holding on to the serve is Lainey Hadley. O'Brien getting it up for Bitzer. Blocked up front by Schroeder, and the point goes to Henley. Timeout called for Mazama. We'll take it with them. 1-point game in the 5th set. 12-11. This is Skyline Conference Volleyball on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
here in the fifth set at Henley High School. The Vikings lead the Hornets 12-11 in this final set. Coming down to the wire, and the Hornets hold serve. Hadley gets it over. O'Brien. Then to Bitzer. Here come the Hornets. Cage shoves it over and into the back corner. The Hornets tied us at 12. Felt like you could hear a pin drop as Mazama was going on their runs in the third and fourth set. Here in the fifth set, Hornets are back into it. Bitzer, then to Cage. Schroeder hits it up. Here's Cage. Nice touch and a good save. Bitzer tries to shove it over, but Schroeder there to deny her. That one's hit out of bounds by Bitzer. And Mazama unhappy with the call, unleashing on the near official, but Hornets get their 13th point, and a timeout is called. Henley up by 1 on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Fire at Henley High School, and 1 point separates these teams in the fifth set. 13-12, Henley leads, and they've got the serve. Henley will have the coming out of our break. And here we go. Byington going for the kill. And a net violation going against Henley. Tie 13.
Vikings. London O'Brien serving.
London O'Brien will serve. And scratch that. Callie Newsom is going to serve. We have some kind of issue with who's serving for Mazama. Coach Downey discussing this with the official. Late going in this game. Wonder this break in the action. You talked about fatigue, certainly benefiting the Hornets in that respect here. And here's Callie Newsom. She'll serve, tied 13 all. Burke received that serve. Schroeder tries to push it over. Bitzer there with the block. Schroeder again tries to drop it into no man's land. Now the ball's in the rafters. Slazak kept it alive. Set up for Cage, a little off balance, but got the hit over. Now O'Brien sets it up for Byington. That's on the line. It's in, and Mazama gets the point. One away from an incredible comeback.
Ball is in, point Vikings.
Newsom to serve. Match point. Here we go. It's out. And the Hornets have tied us at 14. To overtime in the fifth set we go. And now Bitzer having a conversation with the near side official. Unsure what the discussion exactly could be, although we know the Hornets going to get this serve back. And into serve is Miley Lee. As Kalia Cage has hit the bench. Lee's done a fine job tonight from the service line, trying to get the Hornets over the edge. Here we go. Butcher keep alive. O'Brien now to Byington, hits it over. Lee hits it up. Then Dubose hits it over. O'Brien to Byington for the kill. It's out. Henley on match point once for the first time since their third set.
Miley Lee serving match point.
Lee with match point. And here we go. Bitzer keeps it up. Touched by Bitzer, and the Vikings stay alive.
Callie Bitzer.
Here's Cage trying to get it over, and the Hornets back on match point.
Off the tape.
Hornets again trying to close out the Vikings. Here's Dubose, the serve on match point. Goes near the Mazama bench, but saved by Byington. Into the rafters. And the point is going to go to the Hornets. And they hold on to win at home. 17-15 in the fifth set, 3-2 overall. We'll be back to recap it all for you coming up next on mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals
that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys at basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Welcome back to Henley High School. Our coverage of Skyline Conference volleyball is concluded tonight. We'll wrap things up for you. Henley grabbing a 3-2 victory over Mazama. They won the first two sets pretty convincingly, 25-20, then 25-14. Mazama answered the bell. They won 27-25, then 25-22, squaring us up for a great fifth set that the Hornets would eventually win 17-15. This was everything you'd want from a rivalry game.
I mean, what a match. First, what a match. This went from a snoozer to an instant classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Mazama, finally, this looked like a team that's been to back-to-back state semifinals. They battled back. I don't know how they flipped the switch, but they did. Looked really good in those last two sets. But what a response by Henley. This young team with one senior playing in their first five-set match of the season. In that fifth set to 15 points, they went down 12-8. They came back, tied it 12-12 went back and forth after that. They had one match point that they couldn't convert on. And they had another. They had a second one. Just like in the third set, right? They had a match point. They had 2 match points in the third set that they couldn't convert on. This time they had 2, and they converted on the second one, and they now have, at the very least, a share of the Skyline Conference Championship.
And that means that they are playoff bound at the very least as well. The top 2 teams automatically make the 16-team tournament in the 4A class. A third team can play in right now as it stands. That would be Mazama, but they're tied up with Hidden Valley for that spot. We know Klamath Union won tonight, so they are 5-1. They're the other team that could potentially get a share of that league title, but for Klamath Union, they've got to go through each of these teams that we saw tonight to get that. On Thursday, they'll host Mazama, and then Tuesday next week, they'll come right here in this building and try to knock off the Hornets, and those 2 games will effectively decide the Skyline Conference, who's the champion, who's making the playoffs, and it's exactly what you want. These games coming down to the wire are important, and the Skyline Conference is running through the Klamath Basin this year.
Yeah, I mean, the path to the playoffs now is not going to be easy for Mazama. They have to go to Klamath Union on Thursday. That's a team that beat them in 5 sets on their home court earlier in the season. Then Hidden Valley, then they host Hidden Valley next Tuesday. Hidden Valley beat Mazama 3-0 in Grants Pass back on October 3rd. So, not to mention the fact that Hidden Valley would have that head-to-head tiebreaker over Mazama if the teams were to finish with the same with the same exact record, of course, depending on what happens in that last match. But with Hidden Valley having won the first matchup 3-0, again, that just makes things all the more difficult for the Vikings.
Right now the Vikings rankings are favorable. I think they're number 11 right now, so that's
they
favorable
are.
for them
they
to
are.
sneak in as a last team in scenario. But
correct,
if
correct.
it comes
you
down
right.
to if it comes down to it, though, in a hypothetical situation where you lose to Klamath Union, then you lose to Hidden Valley, that number is going to drop. And so you've got to pick up wins in these next games. Mazama knows where they're at. They've been here before, and trying to knock on the door of another playoff appearance for them. But Henley, they're already set. They're in that playoff picture. They're going to be playing for a state title this year.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. I kind of forgot about that at-large spot. You're right. There are 2 at-large spots that go to teams that finish outside the top 3 in their leagues based on OSAA computer rankings. As you said, Mazama currently number 11. So a fairly safe bet to get one of those at-large spots if it comes down to it. But you obviously want the peace of mind that comes with a guaranteed playoff spot.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And again, like you said, Mazama, they are finishing up their season, and they will play, you said, Hidden Valley and Klamath Union down the stretch. Henley has just got KU in front of them. And for those Pelicans, like we mentioned, they've got to host Mazama on Thursday night. Then they'll be here on Tuesday night next week. And we'll have that second game broadcast for you right here on mybasin.com. Otherwise, for us here tonight, this about does it. Any final thoughts before we put a bow on this one?
I mean, again, just what a response, what a job by this young Henley team to pull this match out. There were literally multiple times they could have lost it, but they dug deep and they got the job done. And I'll tell you what, that leads me to think that this team is going to be a tough out in the playoffs, because now they can truly say they are battle tested, going 5 sets with a defending state semifinalist after coughing up a 2-set lead. I mean, this is very, very good sign for a Henley team like this to get this result.
No doubt about it. Coming out victorious against Mazama 3-2 in a 5-set matchup tonight. Want to thank everybody who made tonight's broadcast possible. Both head coaches for getting us what we need for the broadcast before game time tonight. Mr. John Downey for the Mazama Vikings and Miss Sierra Patsky for the Henley Hornets. Also, the athletic director here tonight, Mr. Luke Hammond, for allowing us to set up in the kind of new and improved gym here at Henley High School with the new bleachers. It's a bit of a scramble, but we got it done. So big thanks to Luke Hammond and his staff. Once again, final score tonight, Henley defeats Mazama 3-2. For Matt Bowling, my name is Josh Eldridge. Good night from Henley High School.